Okay, so for today we have the 18th chapter, Figures of Speech. This chapter is very important in terms of language because when we speak English or when we speak any language, Hindi or whatever we are speaking, we have some ways of communication. We express our things, we express our speech, whatever we are writing, whatever we are saying, whatever we are expressing, we try to enhance the quality, we try to give something extra to our speech. We don't just speak normally. When we want to exaggerate our feelings, when we want to empower our feelings, when we want to empower our thoughts, when we want to express ourselves very strongly, then we use some techniques that are very handy in doing so. So figures of speech is one such technique where we may add on a color, we add on a different aspect to our speech. So figures of speech are used in figurative language. It is opposite to the literal language. Literal means the realistic. So we use this technique, we use this variety in our language so that our thoughts becomes more vibrant, and our readers or our listeners gives more focus to what we are saying or what we are writing. Okay, so in literal language we mean exactly what we say. Whatever we are saying, it is exact, and whatever we have in our mind, we say it. Like we are saying, if we are saying that my friend is very brave, I will say, you're very brave. Okay, you're very courageous. Or we are saying, you're very powerful, you're very strong. But this is literal. We are defining his quality straight. But when we have to compare, when we have to add something to our speech, when we want to make it more beautiful, then we use the figure of speech, we use figurative language. We say, my friend is like a lion, my friend is like a tiger, he works like a well-oiled machine. Okay, so one way is we are saying that my friend is brave, and another is we are saying my friend is like a lion. So when we are comparing our friend to a lion, that means we are showing his strength or we are showing that he is brave. So both ways are there, but the second way looks very beautiful. It looks different. It adds something else to our speech. So this is what figures of speech is really about. There are many figures of speech. So let us take the figures of speech from your book. The opening part is very much same that I have told. Okay, in literal language we mean exactly what we say, like I've told you. In figurative language we imply something different to, and usually more than. Okay, we add something. What the sentence conveys on the surface. Mr. Sharma works well. Okay, here we are saying that Mr. Sharma works well, but this is literal. We are straight away telling his quality, we are straight away commenting on him. But in the figurative language, what we will do, we will not say about him directly. We will, like in indirect and direct speech, we will use something. We will use a tool. That tool is figures of speech. Mr. Sharma works like a well-oiled machine. Here also we are saying that the same thing. He is very workaholic. He works very well. But we are using a term like a well-oiled machine. We are comparing him to a machine. And while comparing him with a machine, our purpose is sought, that he is a workaholic, he works well. We want to convey this, but we have conveyed this by comparing him with a machine. So, understood? Now see, in the above sentences, literal and figurative languages have been used. So it is very important to recognize the difference between literal and figurative language. See, whenever the literal language is there, we don't use anything. We are direct. We directly speak about something. But when we are using the figurative language, we use some tools. We use something else. We add on to our speech. A figurative speech is a word or phrase which is used to create an effect. A very important line. Okay, a figure of speech is a word. Maybe it can be a word or a phrase, sentence, clause, word. Everything is being taught to you, and I think you are well aware about it. So it may be a word or phrase which is used to create an effect, a different effect. See, simply we are saying something. Okay, fine. We conveyed something, and our listener or our reader got the point. But when we are using some tools, when we are using these devices, then we are adding something to our speech. Then we are making it more beautiful, more impactful, more effectful. Okay, like these are also called the literary devices. Similes, metaphor, hyperbole. Okay, these all are also known as literary devices. These are used in poems a lot. Okay, so see, there are many figures of speech which are commonly used, but we are going to discuss only some of them. Whatever is required as per your grade, as per your age, as per your level, we are going to discuss them only. We are not going to discuss all the figure of speech because there are many. Whatever is essential for you, whatever is required for you, we are going to take them in our session. So let's see. Simile. Okay, don't read it as smile or simile, whatever you may be pronouncing. Pronounce it like simile. 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 Okay, simile. A simile is a figure of speech that compares something to something else. Okay, when we are comparing two things, then simile is used. It is a device that is used to compare two things. Okay, so it is used to compare two things. It is understood with the, introduced with the words like or as. Okay, two words we use, and these are like or as. When we compare two things by using like or as, then this device is called simile. Whenever we are comparing two things and we are comparing them by using the word like or as, then it is called simile. See the example. Alexander fought like a lion. Okay, Alexander fought like a lion. My hands are as cold as ice. Okay, Alexander fought like a lion. My hands are as cold as ice. In the first sentence, Alexander is compared to a lion. Okay, we are comparing lion and Alexander on the basis of their strength, their power. Okay, we are comparing both. In the second sentence, the coldness of hand is compared with ice. Okay, which is totally different thing. See, ice can't be, our hands can't be as cold as ice. maybe in some cases, some situations when we have some medical emergencies, but usually our hands will not be as cold as ice. We are exaggerating things. Okay, we can say that my hands are very cold. Okay, this is also a way of expressing ourselves, but we are saying my hands are as cold as ice. That means we are using the device and we are making our sentence more effectful. Okay, more impactful. Formation, see the formation of the sentence, and you have seen that we have used like and as for comparing the things. Okay, formation, first of all, subject, he, she, it, you, we, whatever it is. Helping verb or actual verb like fought, are. Okay, plus we use like and then we use object. He fought like a lion. Okay, this is the formation. Second, when we are using as, subject plus helping verb or the actual verb plus as plus adjective plus as plus object. Okay, twice as will be used and in between as there will be adjective. He, okay, my hands are as cold as ice. Okay, adjective is cold, helping verb is are, the object is ice, and as is use. So simile is very easy. There are two charts, two tables given in your book. These you have to read on your own. In our Google Meet, I am going to ask question that what does as calm as a millipond means? Millipond, as calm as a millipond means very calm and still. So I am going to ask you like this. So you have to read them all. Okay, these all I am skipping. You have to read from the book. Metaphor. Okay, what do you understand by metaphor? Unlike similes, metaphors directly compares two or more things. Okay, when we are comparing two or more things without using any word like or as, this is called metaphors. Metaphors does exactly the same work as of simile, but only difference is we don't have like or as. They show how two things that are not alike in most ways are similar in one important way. Okay, we compare two things which are not exactly the same, but they have something in common. There are a way to describe something. We use them to make our writing more interesting or entertaining. Metaphors state that something is something else. Okay, metaphor has been taken from the Greek word metaphorin, which means to transfer, which means transfer. The simplest structure of a metaphor is the first thing is the second thing. Okay, the simplest structure is the first thing is the second thing. What does it means? कि जो पहली चीज हमारे पास है, what two things we are comparing, the first thing which we have is the second thing, is exactly the same, is exactly the second thing. Mother Teresa was an angel. We have two things, Mother Teresa and an angel. So Mother Teresa, we are saying that she is an angel. Is she? She is a human being. She is not. We know it. So both things are very different, but we are comparing them both. We are saying Mother Teresa is an angel. That means we are taking the qualities, we are comparing the attributes of angel with Mother Teresa. So Mother Teresa was an angel, means a very sweet, loving and kind person. The inside of the room was a refrigerator. The inside of a room means inside the room it felt very cold, means the inside of the room was very cold, and refrigerator we all know is very cold. But can a room be like refrigerator? The temperature of the room and the refrigerator will be very, very, very different, but still we are comparing them both. Okay, so here some sentences are also there that you have to read on your own. His answer was difficult to swallow. This implies that his answer was hard to accept. So we are saying, will he swallow his answer? No. Yeah, in some cases students have the habit to eat the paper, but yes, here it doesn't imply directly. we are not saying that he will eat the answer, but we are comparing, we are implying that his answer was very hard. His answer was hard to accept. Something was asked and he answered something very different. My brother was boiling mad. Can someone boil mad? Can a human being boil without any fire being put to him? So, my brother was boiling mad. This implies that his brother was very much angry. Okay. So, these are the examples. You have to read them. Hyperbole. What is hyperbole? Hyperbole is a figure of speech that uses an exaggerated or extravagant statement, okay, to make a great feeling or response. When we are exaggerating our thoughts, when we are saying the things which are not possible, we are comparing something, we are saying that this is like that, but that is not, that can't be accepted, that is not at all realistic. See the example. I am so hungry I could eat a horse. मेरे को इतनी भूख लगी है कि मैं एक horse खा जाऊं. Can it be possible? Can someone eat a whole horse? Or first of all, who will eat a horse? So here the whoever is speaking just want to convey that he is very hungry. He is very hungry. So he is using the hyperbole. Hyper means very to an extent very high. Okay, so hyperbole is used here. The bag weighed a ton. Can a bag weigh a ton? A ton is very much. Who will carry that bag? So you want to express that your bag was very heavy. You have said my bag weighed a ton. The bag weighed a ton. She is older than the hills. Okay, hills are the oldest thing in our environment, in our surrounding. And can someone be old as the hills? Not at all. You just want to say that she was very old. So you have compared her with hills. I have told you a million times not to lie. Million times, who is counting? Who knows how many times you have said? Just you want to say that I have said many times. So you are using this hyperbole. Don't confuse hyperbole with a simile or metaphor. It makes a comparison, but unlike simile and metaphor, hyperbole has a humorous effect. Okay, a humorous effect. You will laugh also. The bag weighed a ton. You will say, oh, come on, how can a bag weigh a ton? So these are the things related to hyperbole. Now one thing is oxymoron. Okay, oxymoron. Oxymoron is a figure of speech that combines two words that are opposite to each other in meaning. Okay, you can have words that look opposite but are right. For example, a warm freezer. Oxymoron is such thing where two words are used which are exactly the opposite, but we are using them to compare something. Okay, a freezer could be warm if it was turned off or left open. Okay, warm freezer. Can a freezer be warm? Okay, we are using two different things which are exactly the opposite of each other. The comedian was seriously funny. At the same time, we are saying that he is funny, and we are saying that he is seriously funny. How can someone be serious and funny at the same time? There is a real love-hate relationship. Okay, so these are the words which we use very often. Love, hate, warm freezer, seriously funny, working holiday. So these are the words, when we use them, they are exactly the opposite of each other. They express different, the opposite feelings, but still we use them in our sentences, and they work very well. So these are called oxymorons. Now we have the exercises. Write whether the sentence is an example of a simile, metaphor, oxymoron or hyperbole. The paper is as light as a feather. When we compare the things by using as or like, then it is simile. So the first one is simile. Life is a journey. Here we are comparing life to a journey, and we are not using like or as, so it is metaphor. You are my lucky star. You're comparing your friend with a star, so this is also metaphor. The referee let him off with a yellow card. Okay, the referee let him off with a yellow card. What it will be, this is for you to do. The baby's skin was as smooth as silk. How could Meena work with a snake? Okay, the factory workers sat in silent protest. Silent and protest. Just now we have discussed. Love is a rose. The situation was saved by an accident. Saved by an accident. The horse moved with lightning speed. Okay, so these all are there. You have to write whether these are similes, hyperbole or metaphor. These exercises, after we complete direct and indirect speech, we are going to take them in our Google Meet. Complete the following using as similes. As fast as a horse, something like that. As bright as a star. As clear as a sky. So like this you have to do. Complete the following similes using like. His anger exploded like a volcano. Some people eat like an elephant or an horse. A horse. I was so tired that I slept. Okay, so these are there. You have to see the table of similes and you have to read them from there and you have to solve the exercise. Okay, so for that your table is very important. Now write the meanings and use these hyperboles in your own in sentences of your own. Dying of shame. So you have to make a sentence using this hyperbole. Sleep for a year. Died laughing. Rohit fell very hard. We all died laughing. Okay, like this you have to make. Using the oxymorons in the following sentences. Underline the oxymorons. So you have to underline the oxymorons. The members of the committee were taken on a working holiday. So working holiday is oxymoron. Two words used in continuation which are exactly opposite. The old man laughed and cried through the tragic comedy. Here we are using the words tragic and comedy, both are exactly opposite, so you have to underline them. So class, here you have to do the exercises like I have told you.